In the past, I've given Sicce a hard time. Okay, I don't think their products are that good. I mean, the ideas are fantastic, but the execution is very poor. This one has a 5-year warranty. We've all know these. Anyone that's been in the hobby knows about these. So I'm going to do a little unboxing and a little review on them. Okay, and just to see what people do shout about. I mean, a lot of people like HOB filters or hang on the back filters. I mean, this one has a flow rate of up to 1500 litres an hour. To put that into context, a 406 I think has less, a Fluval 406. Up to 300 litre aquarium, so I would say 250. I mean, it would be ideal for a Fluval Roma if that's the case. But let's have a look. Okay, so what's in the box? Well, the box is that. That's what's in the box. This is the unit itself. Set the lid off. Inside there we get some bits and pieces. We get a very, oh god, it's a tiny bag of matrix. This is, I like this idea. Okay, that comes out. Yeah, it comes out, so you don't have to take this really away from it, which is quite a good idea. Let's put that back in for a minute. And I've also been told that the lid, let's take that away, is also a stand for the unit, which I think is quite good. So let's try that, shall we? Let's take that out. So cool. Okay, well, yeah. But listen, let me tell you something, yeah? This has got a turnover of what, 14, what was it? Yeah, 1500 litres an hour, all right? 1500 litres an hour. And that sponge, look at that, that is tiny. 1500, and it's very coarse. That's about 30 pores per inch, if that. Okay, so not impressed with that straight off the bat. I mean, you know, look, if you're going to sell a filter, okay, in my opinion, the filter needs to be ready to rock and roll, not half-baked stuff, okay? So that's a fail to start with, in my opinion. Okay, so these are the extensions for this. This goes on the bottom, that goes in the tank. Yeah, we get that. Okay, let's have a look what else we got on here. So, okay, minimum water level. So it has to sit there. Okay, so let me measure that in a second. See what distance that is. Okay, so now I've got a tape measure. Let's tape measure this bit here. So the narrowest point of that is about 33 millimeters or 1.5 inches. Okay, so bear that in mind. And don't forget it's got to drop down to the minimum here. Now I do believe that this actually does move. There's the motor in there. That's the motor in there. That's the input. Okay, so the water comes up and flows down through here. Okay, so the water comes in through there. Hang on a minute. So water comes in through here. How strange. Okay, so I'm going to check the water action of this because what it says in the book doesn't make sense. But okay, let me have a look in the instructions and see. Well, that's the flow. Okay, we know that. That's the flow. So, yeah, see, look on the bottom there. See, that's the flow. I mean, it's a very basic thing. Keep it open for the time being anyway. Apparently that's flow as well. It seems a bit strange, but anyway. Okay, let's have a look in the instructions and see what else this thing does. I mean, at the moment, it ain't great. I'm assuming the water comes in through that, but we're going to check that out anyway. Okay, so this makes a bit more sense now. So, water goes in here, comes out of here. But you have to put this in, understand that the water then is forced down here all the way to the bottom and then comes up all through the media and spills out over here. Okay, this is the lock to stop the basket coming out. This is the top flow. This is the uptake pipe thing. I don't know what you want to call that, but this is supposed to regulate the actual intake, and this is supposed to regulate obviously the height of the water when it comes out. Okay, if that makes sense. A couple of things I've noticed already, okay, is that if it's being forced down here and coming up from the bottom, which makes sense, I mean that's how I would do it, as the water comes up you want more sponge than that, because you're going to have to take all the media out to clean that sponge. Okay, you're going to have to take it all out, which I don't like. So I'm going to set up, actually let's undo this a minute, let's take this out. So it's going to go through here, okay, so all the dirt is going to be kept down in there, all right, which, okay, water out here goes in there. The problem is when that gets blocked up, the level is going to rise, you're going to get splash here, it's not going to work properly. So let's get the tank open and ready to go, and I'll test this dry so we can actually see it working. Just some other things I want to talk to you about. So this is so you can hold a heater, but that's very small. I mean, you'd have to really prise that open, and that goes on the side. And also this is an adjuster, okay, that's supposed to go in here, in there, like so, yeah. So I don't even know how that's supposed to go in there, but we'll sort that out in a minute. And then what you do is you wind it out, in and out like that, yeah, and that's how you do that. Okay, so let's get this wet and see how the action works. Okay, so I've turned it on just to give you an idea of the sound. Now that's underwater, don't forget. Let's see what it sounds like when we pull it up. Okay, now I was going to put this on my tank, but it won't fit properly, so I've got to make some mods, so I will bring that if it comes to pass. Now this knob here adjusts the surface skimming, and the one at the bottom is the intake from the bottom part of the filter. It's quite noisy at the moment, and as you can see the water's flowing up and then out, so you'd have to put all the media there. You would put chemical on top of all the media, but to be fair, I'll put an extra bit of sponge in there and then the media, and I would have that turned off, okay, until you need it, to be honest. Let's see if we can get some flow going. There you go, you can see the flow in all its glory. Now I'm going to put the lid on, we'll try it again. Okay, so that's it out of the water. Now I am impressed with the flow, I'll give you that, okay. There is a water level or thing that shows you there, see that little indicator? When that gets backed up, obviously the water level goes up and that comes out, which is kind of unusual. What do you think? Do we like it? I'll give you my thoughts in a second. Let's get it out of the water and dry. Okay, so pros. You can get 1 kilo of media in there and probably a little bit more matrix, to be fair. So why is that not a kilo's worth? I think the only thing that Seachem actually put into this is that stuff. Because this is very reminiscent of a lot of the Sicce products where they go out and do something really fantastic that turns out to be a little bit less than fantastic, you know. They've color coded it so everything blue moves, okay, everything blue moves, this all moves and all that, yeah. And this you have to put in, you have to find that little bit there and put it in, and that to me, I don't understand why. I don't understand why you would do that, okay. You get plenty of extension to go on there, to the extreme actually. I mean, if you look at what comes in the box, okay, let's put that on there. That goes, there's a bit here that goes in, I don't know if you can see that little nub there, and that goes in here like this. It's supposed to go in there. I had trouble with this earlier. Let's get it, there you go, right. And it, as you can see, it goes up and down like that. So I only use that bit in my tank, okay, but they give you an extension. I mean, let me measure how far down I can go. Let me just put that there. That's about, yeah, so that is about 35, say 34.5 centimeters or 13.5 inches, which is good, plus whatever you get with this, obviously that, so you're looking at another 12 centimeters. Oh, sorry about that. Another 12 centimeters. So that's plenty of that, okay? Not that I would use that, to be honest. I would probably just use that, okay? Anyway, so that's a pro. The colour coding's a pro. The amount of media you get is a pro, okay? I like the way that you can lock things in and lock things, but the amount of times that I left that over, which is a bit annoying. That aside, the stand, I think, is a fantastic idea. Literally take it out like that. You're not going to make any mess. Come on, really? A bit more than that would be great. On that note, if you was wanting to put some filter floss in, put it there and then put your media on top of it, okay? You want the water to be as clean as possible before it hits the media, okay? You need a bag, but the trouble is, look at the shape, look at this, yeah? So that's the bag, okay? I'm going to take it out, actually, give you an idea. Hang on. Get it out of the bag, yeah? So look, let me show you what I mean by they're wasting my time. Look at this, look at the bag, yeah? Look at the size of the bag, yeah? And look at that. And that goes in there. Come on, guys. In fact, I might weigh that later. But anyway, in fact, I won't bother weighing it because I know there's nowhere near enough media to go in this bag. Okay, so that's the pros and the cons. Oh yeah, and this, when it gets clogged, that comes out like that. Pointless, because if you get any water in there, it stays down. Okay, cons. It makes a hell of a lot of noise. Now, I have been told, okay, that this will kind of quieten down, okay? I will try that. I'm going to put this on the tank for a month, okay? Now, the problem I have as well is, let me get that out of the way. This one adjusts this easy. You just turn this off. Turn it off until you need it. That way you get maximum flow from this. And it's easy to see in the water, okay? But when you turn this off, it sucks through here anyway. I couldn't get it to completely shut off, which was a bit annoying. Also, when this gets dirty, you've got to take everything out of here. Your media and everything. So you've got to put your media in a bucket of dirty tank water. Otherwise, you're going to kill all your bacteria. Just to get the sponge out that's at the bottom. So, you know, I'm never a fan of things coming up the way because you have to take everything out. If it was the other way around, it couldn't be a hob. So I understand why they've done it. The cost was a little bit dear. This was the 300 litre one, which is about 75 US gallons, I think. I like the lid. Everything, the quality of the plastic is solid. I mean, this is going to last you a long time. Getting this out was a pain. I'm not going to try it again because getting it back in was a pain. It felt like it just slipped in and out, but it didn't for me. And the instructions I got with this one, there was no English, which was, again, so these things were a bit boring. But yeah, so would I have one? Yes, I would. Do you need to spend more money? I had to spend another £23 or $30 to get this to where I was comfortable to put it in my tank and leave it alone. Guys, thanks for watching. You take care and have a great day.